I'm just doing some cleaning.
And you are live right now, David. Have a great show.
So, welcome back, everyone. I've been away, so some of you missed me, some of you tried to reach out, but here I am back in Australia, and it's a beautiful day. It's been quite warm here. When I got back, it was because of the because I live in the tropics, we get this we get a lot of rain, and then the rain starts to sort of ease up, and then it gets super hot, if that makes any sense. So you get like 4 months where it rains, and the rain it always cools the temperatures down. It's just humid. But then when the rain starts to when it gets a bit more dry, then it just gets crazy hot. And when I got back from Bali, it was just crazy hot. It was like, oh my God. And now it's starting to ease up a little bit. And actually, we had the most beautiful sunrises and sunsets, which were just like unbelievable. So something with the heat seems to create the most beautiful sunsets, the heat and the atmospheric conditions. Maybe we've got some kind of person online who can explain that to us about the atmospheric conditions. Some kind of scientist, perhaps. That would be great. Otherwise, it's all up to my theories and something about humidity, perhaps. That I'm not really too sure. But definitely, when there's like cloud cover, you don't get usually much of a sunrise or sunset with cloud cover. That seems to block the way. But something about like tropical, when it gets really hot, that you just get these amazing sunrises and sunsets. So anyways, I hope that you've seen a beautiful sunrise, and welcome back, Michelle. Great to see you back on the show. And I hope you've seen lots of beautiful sunsets, and I bless you all with, in the future, seeing lots of beautiful sunrises and sunsets. And welcome, Sherry. I don't know if I don't get the pronunciation right with names. I do apologize. Language isn't always my thing. Michelle, I was in a direct flight, so it was about 4.5 hours. And with the Australian airlines can be very, this one was very on time, which was just wonderful. Very kind of, oh my God, you just land, you leave on time, land on time, and then you feel very like, oh, this is going great. So an Australian airline, so, compliments to them. They're called Jetstar, and direct flight. You just ease in 4.5 hours there and back. It's quite a, both times I actually did have a bit of a nap, so it went quite quickly. So beautiful energy in Bali. That I felt incredibly revitalized and renewed and inspired. And I didn't really go there to do much. I just wanted to be, and just the people's spirit, the energy of the place. It's very, I felt very high vibration. I felt very awake and a lot more energy. And I was just telling Debbie before the show that energy lasted me over a week, and now on Monday I was just feeling really tired, and I was like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do. Maybe I need to have a nap, or what's happening. This isn't the same feeling. And that's life. We always have patterns. It's always cycles that move. And I do feel like a lot of people have been going through transformation and change and struggle. It hasn't always been, change is not usually very easy. It is usually this kind of struggle, and then we do get breakthroughs. And in the past week, I also lost a friend, a close friend who he didn't live here, but we had a connection, and we also lived in the same place. So some of his energy is with me because I'm living in the same room. I think he lived here about a year, maybe 5 years back. So where I live is where where he lived before, so we share space. And I always believe there's energetic connections. There's where you live, you leave your energy, and sometimes it's important to clear energy a lot so you don't leave your energy in different places. And I feel like often in past events and past stages of our life, we can leave a lot of our energy. So energy is such a huge topic, and maybe we'll talk about that another week, where we've left with our energy, taking our energy back, pulling it into the present moment, where we can really do the most with our energy. We can do the most in terms of being and doing, and whatever we want to experience in the world. If we bring the fullness of our energy into the present moment, then that's going to be the most productive, I would say, for our lives. So definitely a lot of energies moving through, and I feel like change is in the air for me, for everyone. But the loss of a friend was really quite a shock, and I think took me a while to sort of get out of shock. I just to accept, because he took his own life, to accept that decision, accept that choice, and to integrate it as like it actually happened. Because I'm still in a bit of disbelief when I think about it. I'm like, no, it can't be, surely. And that's interesting, because I feel like grieving, we go through these stages of denial, especially with suicide. It's like, it can't be, it cannot be. Is this a mistake? Am I imagining this? Is this, he's going to come back? Why did he do that? What's going on? Could I have done something to help? Could I have shifted things with my presence? Was there something I could do? So often we do take personal responsibility to some extent, and there's a lot of questions. So suicide seems to leave people behind with so many questions of what could have been different, what could be in the future, and the hope and possibility, and future, like what could he have been in the future? You think, oh, he could have been the head of government, or you just think the ramifications. It's like a shockwave, I feel like, in terms of what suicide does to the people around and the people left over. So I do feel like collectively there's a cosmic field where timelines are shifting, and we are in the state of quantum convergence, where there's so much shifting. It's a little bit like the glitches. Sometimes you keep seeing the same time, and you keep looking at this clock and thinking, did this happen before? Which timeline am I in? Did I dream of this before? Has this happened to me before? So a lot of those kind of things happening. I don't know how you've experienced it with the tension in between things, waiting for things, pauses. It feels like collectively there's a lot of instability, and what are we actually anchoring in? There's still a lot of question marks, and there is a quantum world, there is a quantum state where things are happening, which potentiality and possibility converging, and I do believe in different dimensions occurring at the same time. So we have access as conscious beings, we have access to different timelines, to different possibilities. It could just be in our dreams, in our sleeping moments. Sometimes we get a glimpse when we're awake, deja vu kind of events. So what I'm getting to is this moment of choice to move things forward collectively as a human collective. It's really important we start to make choices and move forward in a positive way towards the most positive future and result that we can possibly reach. And part of it is listening to each other. Common sense, I would say, is very, very important. And there's a lot of dogma, there's a lot of ideology still, and things that I hear, and sometimes I try not to tune into the media much, but sometimes I'm hearing things and I'm absolutely astonished by what people are thinking and saying. And allowing for, and you just think some things, there's a line in the sand where things are just unacceptable, and we cannot just tolerate things because we support a political party. It's all such a pantomime. It's all such a joke. And I really encourage anyone, just take a step back and don't get so involved in some of these ideologies, which are really quite disturbing from what I've seen. Some of them are really quite disturbing. So be really careful with your energy and with what you sort of pulling yourself towards, or by engaging with media stories. What effect does that have on you? How is that affecting you? Where you're putting your energy? Because often the result of this engaging with media is fear. We get caught into fear, and we're like, oh my God, the world's ending. This is doomsday scenario. This is the worst case scenario. Things are pretty crazy. And there are politicians, there are people out there who energetically are here to shake things up. They are here as I'm trying to think of a term. They're here to shift the realities. They're here to shift people's perspective, and sometimes they do it through being caricatures, or being jokes, or being objects of ridicule. And that's part of the joker in the pack. The joker is revealing the truth. So the joker is often there to reveal what's really going on. And so there's been some, I would say, a lot of hatred of certain people, and just take a little step back and just think on a soul level. Get back to the soul level. What is a soul here to do? What is it? Because a lot of them may have karmic destinies, and this is their destiny that they're serving out. So take a step back, even if you may not like what they're saying. Just realize, well, they're doing what they signed up to do. This is their destiny. This is what they've come to do. And maybe they're teaching us a lesson that we're not conscious of. And maybe their purpose is beyond what our political party has told us. Because most of what we see in the media at the moment is fear and division, and this promotion of division. So just be careful, because we all have a soul. We all human beings with a soul in a human body that's here to live the greatest possibility for ourselves, the highest timelines. And collectively, that is, the more collectively we can achieve as a planetary body, or if you think of your country that you live in, the more you can collectively advance, the more personally your life is going to improve. And so really, because we live in a shared reality, the goal moving forward is for that collective reality to be at the highest level, the highest vibration possible. So we want the best for our country, not the worst. So be really careful as well what you share, especially politically, because that seems the most divisive. Because do you want things to move towards sort of civil war, division, that extent of division, or unity consciousness, working together for the greater good, letting go of all the ideologies and dogma of the past that haven't served us, and then coming forward as a human unit, as a unified field of consciousness, working towards peace and goodwill and the planetary good. So that's kind of your choices. Which choice are you going to make today when you turn on the TV? Which channel are you going to choose? But also with your frequency that you broadcast to the world, which channel are you going to broadcast? Which channel are you going to be on? So everything feels possible at the moment. I do feel a lot of things are opening up, and I felt that in my travel. There was such a period of dormancy and isolation and separation within the COVID scenario that it's like dawn. It has started. The sun is starting to rise up, and people are like coming alive again. So moving into 2024, I do feel there's so much possibility that's going to arise within people's lives, and the opportunity is to live your destiny, to live your purpose, your ultimate purpose, like as a human being, as a human soul. So what is your soul here to experience, to live, to be, to do? Getting really clear about your soul purpose. The clarity is what this time is about. It also lots of decisions, lots of decision points, lots of possible directions. And I feel it with myself, with certain new things coming into my life, and it's quite a few of them. And I'm sort of, I cannot just do everything. So I'm kind of, okay, go left, go right, go forward. And so things are starting to move. That's wasn't happening a year ago. A year ago, and sort of, it was almost like stagnant and stasis, or just a bit frozen in time. I feel like a lot of people experience the same way. Just felt things in their life were pretty just in this sort of dormant phase, this dormant period where not a lot was really changing. And I feel like things are shifting collectively and individually. So this is this time where you're really thinking of choosing what you want: financial abundance, home, relationship, romantic relationship, family, job. What is really aligned with you? So not doing a job just for the sake of it, or to pay your rent, or to pay your mortgage, or whatever it is. To do things that are for us, and we are moving towards a timeline, I believe, in which more people will be working for themselves. So in a way, we're on the vanguard with this online community and online work, and that's where things are moving towards because of the robotization. I don't know if that's the right term, but because a lot of things are moving towards robotics, and a lot of roles that were done by human beings can now be done by robots much safer, and sort of, factory workers can just go home, and which is a great opportunity as humanity, because those factory workers, some of them may have enjoyed their jobs, but I would say most of them were just sort of doing their job and that's, going to work and doing their thing, and not really sort of loving it passionately and feeling like this is my purpose in life, this is my purpose in the world. I feel like we're moving towards this phase where people will be able to live their life more simply, getting back to baking things for themselves, planting things in the garden, growing things for themselves, and being less sort of dependent on all these corporations and pre-packaged processed foods, and become more able to sustain oneself, making things again, moving back to making things and doing things for your own life, your own purpose, and expressing our creative abilities, our creative talents, expressing those in the world. And I just realized I didn't check the comments section. Sorry guys, I didn't see the comments, so I'll just catch up with the comments, and I'll just keep going a little bit. So because robots can do a lot of the work, the sort of drudgery, the hard work that we were doing 100 years ago, a lot of us are still doing this kind of work now. We're not needed for that anymore, which means we will have time to follow our own dreams, follow our own aspirations. Perhaps you always dreamed of becoming an artist like me. And so last night I was busy with a new canvas, and that was really fun. And I had time and space to work on my own paintings, on my own passion, something I'm doing for me, something I'm doing for to serve my own soul fulfillment, my own soul desire to express itself, just for the sake of expressing itself. So this idea of robots taking your job, and it's, I mean, it may seem like a threat, but responding with fear is missing the opportunity, because the opportunity is to take life by your own hands and live your purpose in the world, express your purpose in the world. So in a way, it's a really exciting change, a really exciting opportunity for humanity and for us as individuals, souls, to express ourselves in the world. Because remember that we are part of the collective frequency of the divine. Some call it God, or whatever your personal belief, whatever you call it. Some people respond in different ways to different characterizations. So call it source frequency. I like source frequency, or I like source because it's a bit less denominational, less religious. So the idea of source, we have that within us. So we're a piece of that, and our conscious observation creates the reality around us. We have the power to choose and to create a new earth. So remember that you can program your life. You can be a programmer of your life. You don't need to be a victim or a victim of your circumstances, as was the case 50 years ago. So there's a lot of realities that are open right now, a lot of consciousness moving around. How you tune your frequency is so important. How you tune your consciousness. How will you navigate your consciousness? Which direction will you take your consciousness? So focus is what is going to create your reality. So just remember that. That's really important. And coming up, we'll do a short meditation, as I like to do. I would say that for a lot of people, just like on Monday, I was like, I just seem to have lost my spark and I lost my energy. And so a lot of people are feeling really tired the last couple of years, a lot of depletion energetically. And that's just almost because things are in between, and our vision, maybe we haven't taken action on our vision. Things are just in the stagnant pause period. But moving forward, take focus on what you would like to manifest, really shift the vibration forward and hold a clear vision. So that is my message. Hold a clear vision of your life, of what you want to express, what you want to experience, what you want to achieve. If you do want to achieve something, hold that vision and keep that focus, and come back into your soul and make sure that vision aligns with your soul at an authentic level, not something that is just imposed on you or what other people tell you what to do. Because I think so often we do influence each other so much on the internet. And just recently, a friend was encouraging me to do a barista training and become a barista. And I actually did do the barista training, but it didn't seem to align. It didn't seem to feel right for me, which is okay. That's all experience, and that may change. So get back authentically to yourself, to your own inner guidance, your own inner messenger, your own soul. Because other people, if you listen to other people, they can easily take you in all sorts of different directions that are not aligned to who you are and what you're here to experience. So really make it authentically within your soul, within you, within what aligns with you, what your vibration. Each of us has a unique vibration. How does your unique vibration want to express itself? How does your unique vibration feel about if I say X or Y? Because certain things resonate with our frequency, and we can feel that. And I can say mango or apple, and your energy will kind of feel like a bit excited. Oh, mango, that would really be great for me right now. Or maybe it's apple, or whatever it is, whatever choices are there, and choices that we want to make with our conscious minds. Remember, focus is going to take the boat, take the ship in the direction that we want to take it. So we will do a short meditation, but I'm going to read the comments. So sorry for the delay in reading comments. I do have my tea with me, so I'm going to have a little bit of tea. Sorry for the pause. And we have Assel here. So Assel, I assume that's your name. Just everyone who comes on, if they could have a picture, that will really help me. Assel, hand pink waving. Okay, so donations, bookings. So we do offer that 15-minute booking, soul alignment booking. So 15-minute free for people who want longer sessions. Those are paid sessions. With people who just want a quick tune in, then that link is free, no obligations. If you do want to contact me on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, feel free to connect. And often it's under my name, David Starlyte, or sometimes under Star Mental Health. So some of my social media is under my own name, and some is under Star Mental Health. Star Mental Health is my business name. And I'm looking through all these wonderful comments. Assel, hi Assel, okay. And this is from earlier on. So Michelle, sorry, I'm just a bit slow today. Michelle, hi. And Sherry, great to see you. Sherry, where are you? I'm curious. And feel free to send in your questions as well. So Michelle, thank you. Diana would truly love a card. All right, so I'm going to put you down, Diana. And welcome, Diana. Where are you, Diana? Where are you coming to us from? And Michelle, is me finding true love shifting this year? I feel like I just hit roadblock after roadblock. Okay. All right, so we'll look at that question as well, Michelle. And questions really help. Thank you for the questions. And Diana, we will get to you soon. And usually it's for this show we do general readings, but if people do want to make bookings and appointments, then we can go more sort of personal, more answer their questions if it's more about health. So Diana, you can feel free to book a session. And Sherry, thank you. Answered your question. You're in Canada. That's awesome. Welcome, Sherry. And Amanda from Illinois. Welcome, Amanda. That's great. I've never been to Illinois, so that's wonderful to have. It's wonderful to have Illinois, Sherry from Canada, and Diana in California. So Debbie's also in California. So which part of California are you in, Diana? It is a long coastline you have. So California, I have been along the coastline a few times to different parts of it, but I haven't been the full extent of California. I'm just thinking there was a couple of places I missed out on going to, and I always forget the retreat that I wanted to go to. It was called Esalen. And I always heard about Esalen and thought, I want to teach there. I want to live there. I want to be at Esalen. So that was one of my conscious, something I was dreaming of, going to Esalen, teaching at Esalen. And Esalen is in Big Sur. I'm not sure if any of you have been to Big Sur. Diana, thank you so much for answering where you are. I'm actually just going to look. I'm really curious because I've never heard of Maori Never heard Morieta. I've never heard of that. So that's cool. It's exciting to hear of a new place, and I presume you sort of inland a bit in Morita, and seeing mountains. So that is really exciting. And I guess you drive about an hour to get to the coastline. And you're north of San Diego, okay? Beautiful. So actually, Diana, I was in San Diego. I spent a few days in San Diego. So I've been to San Diego, but I think so many times when one does travel, one goes to a couple of places and you miss out on the depth or the expanse of wherever you're traveling to. And especially with me, I find you'll go to like a coastal place, but you won't go inland. So I'm always curious inland, and I think if you look at most of humanity, we live kind of mostly near coastal regions and or big water. There's got to be water to bring people to live in a place. So water is really important. But I know in Australia, I think something like 95% of the population lives along the coast. It's quite, maybe even more than that. I think it's at least 90% of people live along the coastline. So there's something to that. All right, so we're going to start a quick short meditation, and then we'll do some readings. I'm going to start with Assel and then move on to Diana and Michelle. So Assel, if you could just wait 5 minutes, we're going to do a quick meditation just to connect the energy. Then we will move onto readings, and I will be checking the comments, so that's that will be good. So if you're driving or whatever, keep driving. Just make sure you're safe and you're in a safe place. And the first thing is your position. So getting into a more comfortable position, and also with your back straight. So make sure your back is straight, and mine is supported by the chair. And you're trying initially to align your energy field, align your body. It just looks like my head is slanted to one side. So I'm just trying, exploring that. Okay. Closing your eyes. Taking a deep belly breath into your belly. And as we breathe out, relaxing all the thoughts, all the tension, all the stress that you've been holding onto in your body. Again, breathing in into the belly. And as you breathe out, allowing all the thoughts and ideas to be breathed out of you. Breathing in, breathing out, almost letting go of all these thoughts and allowing them to stream down into the earth like a waterfall. Allowing all these fragmented energies to splinter off into the ground, into the earth. And when you breathe in pure white energy, pure white light. As if the purest air you've ever breathed in. And our crystalline being starts to find its equilibrium with this pure air. And as we find this wonderful equilibrium, this wonderful oneness of body, mind, and energy, we start to gain insight. We start to see ourselves for who we truly are. We start to gain access to our soul. And just keeping yourself calm, aligned, balanced, in perfect equilibrium. And as you do so, you're able to touch within yourself and gain access to your soul. Your soul knows its blueprint. It knows the blueprint of your life. Gaining access to your soul gives you clarity. What options are available for me? Where would I like to go? Where would I be happiest? Keep breathing. Intuitively, you can run different life choices past your soul. What if I move to another place? How would that be for my soul, for me, for my life? If I entered in a relationship with someone, how would that be? Is this aligned to my purpose? And as we breathe in and out, asking that this connection may be stronger moving forward, that we may make decisions for our life that are aligned with our soul. We're going to spend about a minute simply breathing. Staying centered in perfect equanimity, perfect balance. Simply breathe. Starting to connect back to our body, to our waking consciousness. Moving your feet and connecting your feet to the ground. Feeling that connection heightened with the earth. Maybe you would like to stretch out your body. Bringing yourself back in whichever way works for you best. Movement is what usually helps us wake up. So thank you so much, and I hope that is serving your soul and helps you connect deeper with your soul. We will get to the readings now. I'm just looking if we have any new comments. Bernice, thank you. So I'll put you on the list. Where are you based, Bernice? Where in the world are you? And Assel, thanks for the message. So we're gonna start with Assel. Just seeing which cards come up for you, Assel. And I will check the comments. Texas, wow. So when you do come on, it really helps having your name and also your picture. So I would appreciate that. So I'm definitely getting a feeling of thinking and patience. Amanda, I just saw your message. If there's time for you, Amanda, we'll get to you. I think we'll just do really quick readings today. So Assel, I just feel patience is really important. There is a world card as well. So I could indicate that to look outside of where you are now and to open your heart perhaps to travel. Patience is the card that comes up. There's a lot of possibilities for you. So things are moving really positively. Assel, definitely the first card, it just indicates like overthinking and too much thought. But it's not necessarily, it can also be a good thing. Lots of thinking. So you're really thinking what you want in your life. And I'm just picking from another deck and seeing if there is another message coming through for you. It does say that you can connect to spiritual support, and there are a group of souls that will help you. There is a star family that will support you. So you can call in support. That's really important, that you're not all alone, because it feels like you sort of get into a bubble, your own little bubble, and it's saying call on your star family, call for support. Don't do this all on your own. There is you're part of other souls. There's a cluster, a family of souls that can help you, support you, and you may have experienced similar lifetimes together. Then they may have been part of you in different lifetimes, and you can call in this frequency and anchor it in, and that will bring you more resonance and clarity. So be patient. Travel's coming up, and I hope that helps you, Assel. Feel free to ask any more questions, and I think we will move on to Diana. Just gonna move up there. So Diana, we'll do you next. Diana Faniza. Okay. And Diana, you're in the beautiful Moriita. How do you say that? Moriita, California. And what a beautiful picture, such a beautiful smile. You look like an angel, Diana. And I just love the stars. That's so wonderful. And I'm just making a mess of these cards. They're just falling out all over the place. So it feels like a lot of cards are popping out for you, California. Diana, quite literally. So things are really happening. I'm seeing like a lot of doors that are open or opening. Some of them are closed, but you could open them. They're possibilities. So that's come up for you, Diana. There are these different possibilities. And the meditation that would really help you tune into like what your highest possibility is, your highest potential. It does feel like you're going to be going down different paths there and exploring what really feels right for you. So I feel like that's the best decision for you, not to get caught up in having to choose only one thing, but actually be in a state of curiosity and exploration, because you have such a beautiful energy vibration that's really you can play with your choices, and it does feel like you have been successful. There has been a very positive victory, and so just appreciating that is important. So taking yourself out for celebration to realize your accomplishments and achievements. That's really wonderful. And I'm just seeing what else is coming up for you, Diana. And welcome, Maureen. That's really great. And Crystal, wow, we have such beautiful people on at the moment. And if there's time, I don't know if we're going to get to you all. I'm trying to be a bit quick sometimes. Sometimes I'm pretty slow, actually. So the journey for you, Diana, that's really important that you acknowledge the journey, because it feels like there's quite a rich tapestry happening for you in terms of life choices, life experiences, and quite a beautiful ride. It's such a beautiful card for you, the journey card, which is it's really about change and experience and inspiration. And it's very clear to me that there's a sense of your life being a canvas. So you are an artist, and it feels like that really you're here to manifest. So Debbie's got a lot of tools for manifestation. I feel like you are here to manifest, and you're here to fill this canvas with your creations, your energy, and what you wish to bring into the world. There's a lot of beauty around you. It's very it's very I would say beautiful vibration, an open heart, a really I'm feeling a lot of gratitude. There's also love around you. So there's love. There's definitely a loving connections around you. And that's also like caring connections. There's a lot of, it just feels like people really care for you, and you really care for people. There's a caring kind of energy, kind of, I would say, a tenderness between people. So there's that tenderness around you. So that's really beautiful. So thank you so much for coming in, Diana, and having a reading. And it was really inspiring to connect with your energy. And we're going to move on to Michelle. And Michelle, so we're going to pick a card for you, Michelle. Is me finding true love shifting this year? I feel like I've just hit a roadblock after roadblock. And that was part of what I was talking about, Michelle, that energies are sort of, doors are opening, closing. It's that's the collective energy you're part of. So a lot of us feel the same way. It's really important to get clear on where you're going, and that comes from within. And then to choose the, like I was talking about, the blank canvas, to choose a direction and to focus on that, and to visualize that path, really visualize it. So with you, there's a calmness. There's really a need for more calmness, more balance, more spaciousness. I would say really need to get more spacious with how you're viewing the world, and just soften a little bit, and play with the options, play with the energy. Love is something that's there's a certain surrender and a certain spontaneity and a certain openness, which is kind of not connected to the words that you wrote down there, roadblock after roadblock. So just remember that what love is, that it is a surrender, that it is an openness. And this roadblock after roadblock, part of that is that you're consciously directing that, and the person's also not quite aligned with you. It just open your heart and surrender more to more femininity, where it's just being open. It's not directing things. It's a more soft and playful energy is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I'm explaining that so well to you, Michelle. But what I'm trying to say is that really play and surrender, and see it more as fun and not so serious. So that would be the really important that would be the really important thing for you, Michelle. I'm just laughing at the comments. I am going to check in with the cards and see if there's any insight that comes through the cards, because the cards are bringing me actually anxiety, and it's and that anxiety, the message I was giving you was that anxiety is creating roadblocks. So when you say roadblock after roadblock, it's like you're making it worse. Your anxiety is making it worse. So really soften, have a massage, listen to nice music, and instead of focusing on worry and distress and all the things standing in your way, sit in an energy of being caressed by love, by the things that you enjoy. So that's why I recommended massage, and align to that energy. So manifest from a position of alignment, not from I want something outside of me that's way out there, my vibration's not matching that. So really match the thing that you want to manifest, match the energy that you want to manifest. But there is possibility coming in for you, Michelle. There are caring connections. There is definitely, I feel like you could meet someone through a friend that could be really good for you. So which really shift the energy. That's really important. Become the love that you seek, I would say. Become the love that you seek. Embody the love that you seek. That's going to move you forward most positively. And try to let go of expectation. I know that's not easy, to let go of expectation. So you can be spontaneous and be in the moment and embody that femininity and love and splendor that's possible for you. So thank you so much, Michelle. And we're gonna, was it Bernice I was looking at? Oh, and Carlos, welcome. I missed your message. Bernice Rodriguez. Always have difficulty with pronouncing that. So sorry about my pronunciation, Bernice. And let's have a look at you, Bernice. And I'm just gonna, we're really running out of time, so I'm just gonna have to really go quite quickly with you, Bernice. Okay, so definitely breathe, Bernice, breathe. That's an important message. You are looking at some positive things. You're looking at them outside of yourself. So remember, bringing that into your life is not viewing something outside of yourself, becoming part of it, allowing it to be part of you and you being part of it. Things are a little bit tied up for you at the moment, not much flow. So as I said, breathe and do a bit of meditation, get some movement. Sometimes when you're all tied up, nothing's moving. But what's required is for you to move. So for you to go out, do a trip, go to the beach, go on a hike. Things are a little bit restricted at the moment, and it's just important that you release the emotion of that and get into the flow. And that's where things are going to get better for you. So just remember, when I'm feeling stuck, I'm going to go out and move. I'm going to move. So that is the message for you, Bernice. And thank you so much for coming in today. And we're going to do Amanda Jokish. Yeah, so we're going to do Amanda Jokish. Okay, let's have a look. Amanda, let's see if anything's coming through. Okay. So it's feeling with you that there's doors opening, actually. It does feel like on different fronts. So romantically, spiritually, there's a blossoming abundance. So these things are starting to open for you. So be open to do something outside of your comfort zone, to engage with people you wouldn't normally engage with. Perhaps just visit that bookshop that you always go past, but you never stop. And it feels like things are shifting for you. There's doors opening, and make sure you stay grounded, because that first chakra is telling me it just needs a bit of grounding, earthing, which will give you more stability. There's a lot of new things opening up. There's doors that are opening. They're flying open. So definitely, spiritually, there's going to be a bit more access for you, a bit more awakening. It feels like there's a connection to the spirit world is becoming more activated. So just be careful what you're eating and drinking, because that is affecting your connection. I remember that the stuff you get in packages is generally not that healthy. So what you put in your body is going to help you connect to spirit. And it feels like there's this blossoming connection happening there. So thank you, Amanda. And I think we're just going to pick a card for Maureen DeRoma. Do you see me in a loving relationship soon? Okay. Just going to pick a card because we are over time. So Maureen, you have quite a sort of sporty kind of energy, quite. So make sure you're moving. You know, that's really important that you're moving, because that's just feels really. You need to be moving. That's really important. And when you're moving, you know, that idea of loving. Just keep moving. Things are going to come to you. And it's just important that you move. So let's see if there is any cards. It does speak about indecision, but there's also more of a spiritual axis happening for you, more of a temple path. So let's just see what the other deck has to say about you, Maureen. Let's have a look. Maureen, okay. All right. So what this is saying to me is that all paths lead home. So you're kind of looking at things outside of yourself. Remember to bring them back into your heart, to come back into your intuition, into your inner authority, because there's a couple of cards here that are really strongly spiritual cards. So opening up your third eye. So the third eye is often it's called the sixth chakra as well. So this is right here where I'm pointing, the seat of the pineal gland. So it feels like this is going to bring clarity to you, and that's really being activated. So the type of relationship you bring in, it's important that you really align with it, because it feels like it's been a bit, you kind of been looking in the wrong places, the wrong kind of people, and it feels like you need to reconsider your values and what's really important to you, and that will help define a connection for you. Too much indecision. Make sure that you clear your sixth chakra, invite in spiritual guidance, and start moving. Make sure you keep moving, because movement is going to be really important. And if you move, it's not gonna, you're not gonna feel blocked. Things will flow. Even just a lot of exercise is gonna get you back aligned. So have fun with things, Maureen, and don't overthink it. Just keep expressing your unique essence, and remember that the clarity is coming, the intuition is coming through for you. So that is going to be more, it's going to become stronger for you. So that's really important. It feels like a new path is opening up for you. So just it's exciting. See how that unfolds. So thank you so much, Maureen, and great to have you on the show. And we were going to look at Crystal. I'm just going to go like 1 minute more and just quickly pick a card for Crystal. And then we're going to finish the show. So Crystal, you'll be last, and until next week. All right. Crystal, let's have a look. Crystal. Okay. All right. So there's quite a strong energy around you, Crystal. It's quite authoritative. There's actually a strong energy, which is great. And you have I feel like you have quite a strong strong-willed. That's what I would say. Quite strong-willed. Let's just have a look. Did you have any comments? From Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Beautiful. That's beautiful, Crystal. So let's just see what's happening, because there's the cards are, I'm just going to pick from this deck as well. The cards are telling me there's a little bit of storm, a bit of chaos happening. There's you are signing some sort of contract, though. There is some sort of contract being signed. I also feel like a bit of a love connection coming through. Okay, so this card is telling me that frequency is important, and you need to remember that frequency is important. You're here to share your song. So you're here to share your song. So I don't know if that's meant literally or just energetically, metaphorically, that you're here to share your song. But the frequency of sound, it has come up in this card. It's almost like the connection to the ocean, to the frequency of the dolphins, the whales that are here with love. And the I would say if you could connect to the dolphins and the whales, or the whale or the dolphin, whales or dolphins, it's going to help you harmonically resonate and come into alignment more. And that's going to change you and open things up and shift things and allow you to heal and let go of doubts and fear and anything, the stuff from the past that will help you just let go of that and allow you truly to come into your soul's song, your true song. So if you could listen to whales, to orcas, to there's a lot of recordings that are really beautiful. That's going to help you come into alignment. There is a love frequency coming in. There's a contract, though. So this is saying there's some kind of committed connection happening that's coming in. So that's really positive. And just be a bit careful, because there is a bit of a there is a challenge. There are things that are a little bit stormy. So make sure you listen to the orcas, that you connect to that energy that's going to support you. And thank you so much. I wish you lots of good luck. And I also love the name Kamaniki, really beautiful. And so we're going to end off, and there is a new moon, so things are opening up, a new moon are rising up, and new solar eclipse frequency coming in. So remember what I said before about becoming really clear, being your own inner authority, steering the ship, putting up the sails, and the sails direct you in the direction that you want to go in. So you are choosing, you are deciding, you are navigating the ship, navigating the boat. So that's really important with the solar eclipse. That energy is going to be really strong. The universe is sending a lot of energy to us, and how we navigate our lives is really important. So choose a direction that you resonate with, that really feels connected to your soul. And we did a soul meditation today, so that will help. So I wish everyone a beautiful week, lots of love and lots of hugs to you all, and I will see you again same time next week.